Hey y'all, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Jenny. So I'm going to finally share the Bohemian style beach junk journals with y'all. I know I've been saying this forever, but I'm finally done with them. So this one, this little cutie, I love this one. She's probably my favorite. This one has already sold. And she called it when I posted that I was working on them over on Instagram and said, can I reserve that one? So this one, I knew that she was fine with me putting a little scripture in here and it being a little bit faith-based. So I did that in this one. These two are just regular junk journals. Art journals, I think these would be perfect to use for just to document a weekend beach getaway, or maybe it's your summer vacation, your family went, whatever. I just think these are perfect for that, to throw in your purse and it just be a little handmade scrapbook. You just slap some photos down in there and it's just a cute way to look at photos or to have just sitting around, in your house. And, you just pick it up and say, let me show you about this trip we went on, and then you have all their pictures in there. And both journals, or all journals, come with a fun packet of Bohemian textiles, all the fun bright, see all these beautiful trims and textiles, just a lot of little pieces that you can use to play with inside these journals, or you can use them to create your own journal. It will also come with some papers and some scrapbook paper pieces that I've used inside, some of the pretty vellum I used, some little bells, vintage playing cards, just all the fun things that I like to include when I sell a journal. So you'll have plenty to decorate the inside of your journal with. And if these are too chunky for you, you can go in and take all of the things that I've included out and just have a more flat journal. So each journal will come with one of these really cute little, I think they're called drink bonnets or something. It's what you would set over your drink to keep the flies away or whatever. But anyways, I come across these still new in the pack sometimes at estate sales, so I thought that I would include one each when I wrap the journal. I thought I would just put it around the outside. I wanted to put it in the journal, but I didn't. I was scared if I cut this little fine trim here that all the beads would come off, so I thought I would just leave it up to y'all. I mean, you can use it as the drink bonnet, but my idea initially was to make a pocket out of it and then just have it coming out of the bottom of the journal, but I'll leave that up to you if you want to cut it up or not. So each journal will come with one of those. Each journal will also come with so I had bought at an estate sale a few weeks ago some wind chimes, and I cleaned them super good and got all the grime off of them. And I've just been using the little shells to put on some of my journals lately. But I thought that I would share a few of the little tiny ones with y'all. And there's some dyed cheesecloth and another little wind chime, a couple shells from the other type, and then the little pink ones. See, they already have holes. Y'all can make your own little charm dangle. So I just kept these super dainty, the charm dangles. I put the word vacay on this one, sun on this one, and faith on the other one. I couldn't find very many vowels. I did not have any E's at all, so I was trying to be creative with the names. But also with your add-on packs, I made them with the bright colors of textiles. But if you buy one of these and you're like, oh, I love the neutral tones in those, can you do my add-on with laces and, just whites and creams and blues, and it not be so much of the Bohemian textiles? I'm fine with that. But if you're fine with the bright colors, that's what I have made up already. So let's take a look at these. I did leave the threads all on them because they just had that artsy kind of feel. And if you don't love that, you can totally cut those off. I had ripped all the pages on the edges instead of cutting them, because I just wanted them to have like an artsy, raw, organic kind of feel. I did dye some papers in some deep, pretty colors to use inside of these. And the paper line I use mostly with the vellum and the acetate and these papers that you'll see in these. I forgot. I forgot the designer of these, y'all. But I will link a video below where I had shared a flip through of a vintage Reader's Digest book. And it was a beach theme pretty recently. And I talked in that about the line of paper. So if you're interested in it, you know, you can go check that out. And if I remember, I will link that below if I can find any information on it. And then all of these beautiful textiles, most of them come from Salena over to More Fabrics, so go check out her shop. I'll have it linked below. A few of the trims did come from Boho Tree, and I will link her below as well. I think she's in India, I'm pretty sure, but I was gifted some of her trims from my friend Arlene. So anyways, y'all go check out those shops. And I'm just gonna flip through these, try to be pretty quick. I've already filmed this a couple of times. Having issues with my Wi-Fi, y'all. It's being crazy. Oh, you know what? That was not that. That was my phone. My phone was being crazy. Everything was just being crazy lately for me, but I'm persevering and I'm going to do this. I have not committed this whole year to just stop, right? So here's a pocket out of the vellum from this super cute paper collection. Lots of machine stitching. And all the little, what are these called? Not seed packets, but y'all, maybe they are. I cannot think. They're just filled with little stickers. It's just totally escaped my head. They're called something. Here's a little tag I had watercolored out of a vintage book page. Vintage playing card. And if y'all watch me, you know every single journal is totally different, as much as I try to make them the same. This one actually has a vintage postcard from 1910 inside. I love this color of trim. Love how this purple paper turned out. And then I have seashells in the middle of each signature. There's a photo of a hibiscus flower. A little flip here showing that adorable little sea turtle. I made some book page little floating tags, stamped the image of this lady drawing in the sand. There's another little mermaid card or tag. Policy envelopes, y'all. That's what those are called. Vintage playing card tuck spot here. Another vellum pocket. I did include a piece of this vellum in y'all's add-on packs. And then I just altered these little file folder tag labels and put some little bells on the side. And then here is the library card pocket for this one. And a big thank you to Melissa at Thrifty Vintage Shop. I think, isn't it Thrifty Vintage Market? Anyways, I bought some super fun Happy Mail from her a few videos back, and she had sent me a set of her colored library cards. Now, I have watercolored this one, but she had sent a set of her cards. Here's some, if I can reach them in front of me. But anyways, super cute. And y'all can get those in her shop if you are interested. And I just did my patchwork style covers on this one I did, except I just used the Bohemian textiles instead of the cotton fabrics. And then getting into this one is called Sun, and this is the other one that at the moment is available. I'm gonna try to upload this video today, y'all. We'll see. So this one, I just, instead of creating a separate dangle, I just use the center of the signature, and you can either just hang it down like that, or you can keep this up top to where it's a bookmark. Again, the patchwork style. On this one, I tried to mimic some ocean waves with these beautiful tulle and gauzy fabrics. This fabric just reminded me of a mermaid's tail. And so for the closures, I used some coffee dyed crinkled seam binding. So they were colored, but then they're all like coffee dyed on top of that. So it gives them this grungy, washed ashore effect. This fabric on the inside of this, I was gifted from Paper Terrace. I had won her giveaway back in the spring, and then she had included some of this. So I was able to use that piece here. Made a little mermaid tuck spot. Shaker card. I turned this this card into just a little shaker and backed it with this vellum. And just put fun vintage items and tickets all down in the little pockets. I'm trying not to talk too much and explain every little thing, because I feel like, I mean, sometimes I'm in the mood to do that, and sometimes y'all may love it, but I feel like sometimes you're like, okay, just just flip through, we can see. I did use some stickers throughout. I love making little tabs with fabrics and scrap pieces and little die cuts. Vintage wallpaper tag. Each one of these will have one of these vintage little tea or cigarette cards. In the other two, I put them in the add-on pack, but I put this one down in here. It's not the same one, but it will be something that's sea-themed. Little tag my friend Arlene made. And then a cute little playing card. Oh, this guest check. I loved how this turned out. In fact, I kind of would like to sit and make some more of those, maybe tomorrow. Vintage playing card of Florida. And I actually messed up this little eyelet here, but I thought it kind of just gave it character in this type journal, so I did not, I just thought, you know what, it works in this journal. And then I just added a little bell on. What's a boho journal without a little bell, right? I have a little pocket out of this watercolored sailboat image. Put one of my little floating time card pockets. I love making these for all the seasons. I just decoupaged a napkin and stitched some seam binding and put this cute little seahorse and some little fun bits down in the pocket. And then here is the library pocket and card for this one. And then lastly, but certainly not least, this was my favorite. This one I titled Faith. And again, she had claimed this when she saw the cover, so I knew, you know, I knew what I could put in here, kind of. I mean, obviously, if you claim one, I treat it like a custom order and I ask you, but she didn't specify, but she just usually gives me creative freedom. And I knew that she likes the faith-based type journals, but I put this Little Mermaid image on the front here. And then here's the back of this one. Just so simple, but just so elegant to me. Doesn't that just scream summer? And she actually lives in Florida, so stamped some little dragonflies and stamped Count the Happies on that little book page. I still don't know what to call those, y'all. Book page card. Just did one of my little scrappy clusters with a paper ruffle, a little stamp, piece of a doily. Another floating time card pocket. And I know that she loves to create, and so I kept hers a little more blank and then just included like some little handmade things on the side because I feel like she'll want to put things in here herself. Some beautiful embossed paper that my friend Arlene sent me. Here's the bell on this one. And then I included a little piece of that fabric in the middle here. And this is supposed to have another vintage playing card, not two of these, but I accidentally stuck two of those. And I've done this flip through already and I still forgot, so I've got to go back and fix that. So I just made her a little card, a journaling card here. It says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest," and stamp the image of this little girl. Love this trim with the pearls and blue. I only have a tiny bit of this, so I was trying to use it very sporadically. Love the sea turtle.